After taking a night off for the 4th of July, the Pittsburgh Basketball Club Pro-Am started back up again Wednesday night at Greentree, and in Game 1, Dante Taylor's Layer squad took on PBC, led by Duquesne point guard TJ McConnell. Battling all night against PBC's veteran big men, Dante Taylor wasn't as effective offensively as he has been, but as you can see here, he still managed to block a handful of shots. He also continues to show off that little baby hook, which has become his go-to move. He can finish it with the right or the left hand, and he's always good for a few tip-ins playing above the rim. But it was Taylor's former teammate Gilbert Brown making his first appearance at Greentree this summer, who really kind of stole the spotlight in Game 1. Brown led all scorers with 22 points, going 8 for 15 from the floor, including 3 for 5 from three-point range. And he treated the crowd to this blow-by and monster slam, rising up over everybody, showing off that elite athleticism. Taylor got a couple more buckets in the second half, including this ferocious tip slam. But PBC was firing on all cylinders, and they cruised to an 81-67 victory over the Layer, improving to 4-1 and moving into first place. In Game 2, PGT Trucking with Malcolm Gilbert and Cam Wright, but not Nasir Robinson, took on Lamar Patterson and SPK Law without Ashton Gibbs. It should be noted that SPK really didn't have a big man to match up with Gilbert inside, but still, the Pitt freshman was awfully impressive. He finished with 18 points and 9 boards, probably his best game at Greentree so far offensively. Really took advantage of SPK's lack of size inside. He even makes a nice little pass out of the post there to lead to the dunk. And of course the big man got a few blocks as well, even though SPK Law shot mainly from the outside. Cam Wright turned in another solid performance. He finished with 12 points on 5 for 12 shooting and 9 boards. Here he is going coast to coast. The awkward looking layup, but it gets it to go. This time running the fast break, the nice little dish to BJ Montero for 2 as PGT jumped out to a big early lead. But Lamar Patterson helped SPK Law do some damage control with the crafty post move there and the silky smooth gliding finger roll here. Second half now, more Gilbert. Off the missed shot by Eric Evans, gets the rebound and the follow, but not all of Gilbert's points came by virtue of being 7 foot. He actually showed a couple of nice moves on offense, maybe a little further along in that department than he's given credit for. His teammate Wright kept it going in the second half as well, hits the step back jumper there. And then, not easy to do, Wright is going to go by Lamar Castile, get into the lane for the sweet little floater. And then, don't know if it was intentional or not, but Wright off the backboard to Gilbert for the follow slam. Patterson helped SPK Law mount a furious second half comeback, gets the 3-point play there, and then the bank is open. This time he fakes out Malcolm Gilbert, goes right to the hole and lays it in. And then how about this pass, diming Blake Allen of Youngstown State. Patterson finished with 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 for 7 from the line. But in the end, with 6 seconds left, down 3, SPK cannot tie it, and PGT gets the 84-81 win. The last game was a bit of a mini backyard brawl with the Steel City Tickets West Virginia team squaring off against J.J. Moore, John Johnson, and Ken Birch of Center Court. The Pittsburgh side got off to a very fast start, jumping out to a quick 9-2 lead early on in the first half thanks to a J.J. Moore 3 and 3 quick buckets from John Johnson. But despite the lopsided start, this one would have a lot of back and forth runs between both teams and come down to the wire. For most of the first half, Johnson and Moore were pretty much trading each other basket for basket. Moore gets the easy tomahawk slam off the Ken Birch rebound, and then Johnson playing the pick and roll, weaving through defenders. And here's Moore maybe getting away with a little push off, but they don't call it, and he knocks it down. Moore again between his legs, behind his back, not going to get the call for the 3-point play here. They call the foul before the shot, but showing that improved handle. And then the always exciting Johnson's actually going to get 4 points on one possession here. He gets the and one in transition, misses the free throw, but off the rebound from Elijah Thompson, pump fake, stops and pops, puts it in. How about that? But Moore says, hey, I'm right with you. pulls up, bangs a three, and then to top it all off, Moore makes possibly the play of the summer so far. Take a listen. Just absolutely ridiculous, folks. That should be a poster. Wow, and that white flash on your screen is Duran Johnson, JJ's teammate. Couldn't help but leave his seat. That's obviously a tough act to follow, but here's a nice pass from Johnson to Kem Birch on the break late in the first half. The second half saw a lot of fouls, but also a little more Kem Birch than we saw in the first. He gets another feed from Johnson there for the easy flush. And then Johnson going to draw the defense in as he drives the lane, and there's Birch with the easy follow. The West Virginia squad continued to chip away in the second half and narrow the gap. So with 13 minutes left in the game tied, off of the block by John Johnson, J.J. Moore is going to go down the other end and hit a three to give center court a 3-point lead. Tied again off the Birch tip out, Moore beats everybody down the floor, rises up and throws it down. With a minute 15 left and the score tied again, Birch gets a huge rebound and jam to give center court the lead. But then right back down the other way, Gary Brown with a beautiful behind-the-back pass to Kelsey Williams to tie it. After a few missed free throws by both sides, the game tied with 10 seconds left. John Johnson loses it, and here comes Aaron Brown the other way for Steel City with the game-winning layup as the buzzer sounds. John Johnson not happy with himself over that final play, but he finishes with 15, Kem Birch with 10, and J.J. Moore with 20 points and 10 rebounds in the 63-61 loss for center court. Tommy McCune and Aaron Brown both paced Steel City with 13 points apiece. And that'll do it for this week at the Pro-Am. Victories for PBC, PGT, and Steel City Tickets. I'm Brian Batko for Panther Sports Network.